Tech Watch, Washington, D.C. Attorney General Karl Racine is suing Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of the company formerly known as Facebook, now Meta, over Zuckerberg's alleged personal involvement in the Cambridge Analytica scandal.
That's right. The lawsuit accuses Zuckerberg of directly participating in the decision-making process that allowed the Trump-allied political consulting firm to steal the personal data of millions of Facebook users ahead of the 2016 election. CBS News tech reporter Dan Patterson joins us now for more on this. Hi, Dan. So I guess we need a little review because the Cambridge Analytica scandal happened a while ago. So remind our viewers what that was about exactly and how that plays into this current lawsuit.
Yeah, Cambridge Analytica was accused of scraping the profiles of Facebook users in 2016. The scandal broke in 2018, and it revealed that they used quizzes, right? These fairly innocuous-looking little quizzes that you might take on Facebook, but that allowed them to access very personal information that users thought was private or shared with friends and family only. And it allowed them to look at friends of friends and scrape a ton of data that they then created what they called psychographic targeted advertising. Now, this sounds like a bunch of jargon. What that really means is precisely finely tuned advertising designed to enervate or get the user kind of worked up or angry. They shared this information and collaborated with the Trump campaign. It is this scraping of data that most people found pretty scary, and this lawsuit alleges that Mark Zuckerberg participated in decisions that directly enabled the Cambridge Analytica scandal to happen.
But part of what makes this so electric and controversial is the idea that the Trump campaign got this data and then was able to make a difference electorally with the use of it. Do we have an answer as to whether that is the case? And whether we do or not, with this lawsuit now coming 4 or 5 years later, what's the goal of the lawsuit?
Well, I think it would be pretty challenging to prove demonstrably one way or the other, but it looks like they worked pretty closely with the campaign and that advertising technique was successful not just here in the United States. They use that in campaigns around the world. Now, the goal or apparent goal of this lawsuit is to hold executives directly responsible when they have, in the case of Mark Zuckerberg, a large percentage of ownership over the company and are involved in kind of granular operational decisions at the company, like Mark Zuckerberg is.
So, Dan, how has Zuckerberg responded to this, first of all? And let's talk a little bit more about D.C. Attorney General Racine, because he has a history of targeting big tech, correct?
That's right.
Who else has he sued?
Yeah, he, in fact, sued Facebook in 2018. That was dismissed. He sued Google and has joined a lawsuit suing other big tech companies. He sued Amazon for their user privacy. That case was also dismissed. But he is engaged in lawsuits that target big tech companies and tries to protect user privacy. Now, I also tried to get in touch with his office today and failed. I did get in touch with Facebook, and they said, look, this really has this is a baseless lawsuit and there's not a lot of merit to it. But at the end of the day, what this lawsuit is designed to do is bring to light a lot of the decisions made by executives at companies, and in terms of the lawsuit, using their companies to kind of shield the decisions of those
It's interesting because somebody is making these decisions, right? Somebody somewhere. It's not coming out of
that's what this lawsuit would like to find out.
Right. All right. Well.
All right. Dan Patterson, thank you very much.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.